There's so many things happening in hip-hop right now. First of all, Riky Rick's fans are complaining that there's so many featured artists on the album that's coming for us very soon, Boss Sonke Forever. And also, there's so many other artists that have been featured on the song Lishenga Poster when Danya Daves and all the other artists that Riky Rick wanted to be on the song aren't included. And also, beef is kind of brewing again between the Big Hash and Patrickxxlee after Patrick posted this wishing everyone a great and successful year except for that nigga the Big Hash. I wonder why, because those guys are still the remaining acts who have been cooking when the SoundCloud era was just so fire and are still relevant till this day. Them maybe should be one too, but anyways, another thing that's coming is Price City 2. Not only that, but also For Love 2 by Blacky Sobyaba, which is interesting things, interesting times. Young Chief, his Lord of Fako album is #1. Congrats to the big bro there. That's a huge feat for everyone involved there. But I'd like to just start with the fact that Riky Rick's fans aren't warming up to the idea, because there are so many tweets of people saying, yo man, this album, it feels watered down from the version that we were gonna get from Riky Rick. It feels like all these features that are present aren't gonna actually bring out the Riky Rick sound that we were wanting as the fans, for the mere fact that we have Focalistic on Lishenga Poster. Why is Focalistic on Lishenga Poster? These are the words of frantic fans wanting to know the answers onto why did Sony do this and include so many artists that even Riky Rick didn't know. Questions were posed by, why isn't Frank Casino in the album? Why isn't OK Madam Cool Cat in the album? And those questions I can't answer for you guys, but I can present them to you guys that they are current concerns for people who love rap and hip hop as a whole. And another thing that interests me is the fact that the Big Hash and Patrickxxlee, I don't know where this beef is coming from or what started it, but I just know that the Big Hash has been in a lot of beefs and he has proved that he can actually just rap battle with other rappers. And this was proven when he faced Uche Molly when they were beefing, and he ended up being the winner of that rivalry. And another thing that also just brings a lot of smiles in my face is the fact that we're getting Price City 2 when confirmed by Nasty CSA.
100%, I can confirm that one. Price City is a very, very important project for my whole career, man. It's one of the standout ones, you know, and it was the beginning of this journey. And yeah, after 10 years, I think it's very important for me to give them something just to touch back on that, you know? I don't want to ruin too many of the surprises that I have in there.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm glad you asked the question.
But there is going to be like touching of the older songs, the fan favorites from that time.
Yeah.
And then obviously there's going to be like totally brand new stuff.
And this Price City 2, Nasty C does say that it's gonna have a lot of things that come from the past, but also present sounds of this day too are gonna be in the album. And that excites me because Price City 2 was a big tape for Nasty C when he was establishing his name. And after a decade later, he has since done everything that he set his mind to do. And another artist who has current ambitions that are similar to what Nasty C had is Blacky Somyama, and he's gonna drop For Love 2, which I loved. For Love, the first one, which was Blacky in his R&B bag. He has hinted that something is coming real soon, and I would hope that that's gonna be the first thing that he gives us, and hopefully maybe around September, October, we get an album from Blacky. I wouldn't mind that for real. Another thing that I came across was a video of Casper Nyovest explaining why he had ambitions to actually take over in the States, but now that isn't his full intention, because he realized that, okay, in order to actually take over the States, you have to go harder, and you facing a lot of competition in the States with people who are already pushing their own sound there. And if you're already big in South Africa, you can focus on being bigger in South Africa, meaning that you can also grow so big in South Africa that you get to become the biggest in Africa as well. So he kind of also pivoted his way, and he explains that when he was sat down with Charlemagne, And yeah,